Ethan Cooper woke up to the vibration of his phone. Another notification, another reminder of everything he no longer was. New York pulsed just outside his window, but inside the apartment, time seemed to have stopped. Crumpled papers, cold coffee, and ideas that never became anything more. He was 38, a graphic designer, creative, intelligent, yet trapped in empty routines and endless distractions. The glow of his monitor was the only sunlight he knew. His reflection in the window showed a tired man, unshaven, dull-eyed. A portrait of someone who once had purpose and somehow let it slip away. On the desk, a dusty old photo frame revealed Ethan and his father in a small workshop, both smiling proudly. His father had passed away 2 years earlier, and ever since, Ethan avoided anything that reminded him of the past. The phone buzzed again. A simple message. "Man, you disappeared. Are you ever gonna deliver that project?" He ignored it, opened his browser, and was swallowed by the endless scroll of social media. Short videos, motivational quotes, promises of instant success. 5 seconds of inspiration followed by the same hollow emptiness. Then something different appeared, an old forgotten reminder. Clock. Visit Grandpa, 9 a.m. Ethan froze, his heart skipped. Vermont, a small town, quiet, full of memories. He hadn't been back since his father's funeral. There was always a reason to postpone: work, hurry, distractions. But looking around his apartment, his father's voice echoed in his mind. "Time doesn't wait, son. Either you use it or it uses you." A lump formed in his throat. For the first time in years, he decided to disconnect. He grabbed a backpack, some clothes, and his old dream journal. Turned off the phone. The silence that followed was strange, but comforting. He looked once more at the photo frame, wiped the dust from the glass, and whispered, "Maybe it's time to go back to where it all began." The road to Vermont wound through mountains painted in autumn colors. Ethan drove in silence, each mile taking him further from the noise and rush of the city. His grandfather, Walter Cooper, a calm man with rough hands and a steady gaze, lived on a small property surrounded by fields and quiet. Inside the house, everything was as it had always been. Old photos, a wooden table marked by time, the faint smell of firewood burning in the stove. Lunch passed in silence until Walter finally spoke. "Your father was planning to visit you this month." The air grew heavy. Ethan looked away. The workshop, the postponed conversations, it all came flooding back. Later, his grandfather pointed toward the workshop. "It's still there, been locked since that day." "Maybe it's time to open it again," Walter said firmly. Inside, Ethan found a box covered by a cloth. Inside it, his father's notebook and a small note. "To my son, when the noise of the world gets too loud, listen to the sound of your own hands creating something." The stillness of the place, the smell of wood, the echoes of his childhood, all of it made Ethan realize this was about more than nostalgia. He spent the afternoon leafing through the notebook, reliving old memories, reflecting on choices, and on the man he could still become. The next morning, Ethan decided to act. His father's notebook lay open on the workbench. You're always building something. The question is, what exactly? A small piece of paper slipped out, a list written by his father. Don't postpone what matters. Observe before reacting. Every choice builds your path. Emma, his childhood friend, appeared unexpectedly. "Your dad left this for you?" she asked. "He wanted me to remember that
Everything we do has consequences. At the back of the workshop, Ethan found a smooth stone with an inscription: "What you carry, carries you." The meaning hit him instantly. Every wasted hour, every distraction was an invisible stone in the backpack of life. Ethan made a decision. He would no longer be a spectator. From that day forward, every choice would be intentional. The future would no longer be built on regret.
Ethan woke before sunrise. He started in the workshop, picking up his father's unfinished project, a wooden bench. Every cut, every sanding stroke, every nail done with focus and patience. Emma brought him coffee, quietly encouraging him, seeing the change unfold before her eyes. By the end of the day, the bench was finished. Simple, sturdy, beautiful. A symbol of the life he was beginning to rebuild. His grandfather watched silently, then said, "Your father would have been proud." Ethan smiled. "It's not just a bench, it's the start of my future." Later that night, he wrote a letter to himself, sealing his commitment. Every choice will be intentional. Every day will be built with purpose. I won't postpone the life I want to live anymore.
The sun rose over Vermont. Ethan looked at the bench he'd built, a symbol of his growth and renewal. Back in the city, he reorganized his apartment, removing distractions and keeping only what truly mattered. His father's notebook stayed open on the desk, now a guide reminding him that every action counts. Months later, Ethan began sharing his story with friends, not to preach, but to inspire others about the power of conscious choices. As he looked out at the glowing city skyline, he felt gratitude for the past, clarity in the present, and hope for what lay ahead. The narrator concludes, "What you nurture today will be what sustains you tomorrow. Every action matters. Every choice counts. Start now." And in a warm, inviting tone adds, "If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and join us for more stories that inspire you to live more consciously and fully. Every story is a chance to reflect, learn, and transform your tomorrow."